Hi, boys and girls. We're going to continue on with our story from yesterday. Yesterday, your parents taught you about Peter and John and how Peter and John were telling people all about Jesus, and they even were able to help heal a crippled beggar. The beggar was always asking for money, and Peter said, I can't give you any money. I don't have money to give you, but what I can give you is the ability to walk again. And so he told him to walk, and so the beggar was amazed at what happened, and then people who were watching were also amazed at what they can do. And so, just like in real life, people get jealous of people doing great things sometimes. They get jealous that they're getting the attention. Well, these leaders were jealous of Peter and John, and so they had him arrested. And they couldn't keep him arrested, though, because they really had no charge on them. And so they had to let him go, and they said, but you need to stop. You need to stop telling people about this Jesus guy, and you need to move along. Well, Peter replied with, I can't listen to your instructions. I needed to listen to God's instructions. And so they continued to tell people about Jesus. And so that's where our story takes place today, and it's really cool what God does in this story today. And so I am reading in my Bible, and this is God's Word, and we're in the book of Acts, and it's going to be in Acts 5. And so it said that the apostles, who would have been Peter and John and some other men, performed many miracle signs and wonders among the people. And more people were added to their number. So they started with a small group of believers in Jesus, and now people are watching, and they're adding to that belief, and they're getting bigger and bigger in their group of people who believe in Jesus. And they would even bring the sick people into the streets, and they would lay them on beds and mats, and they would just hope that Peter's shadow would fall on them and that they would be healed from that. Remember that Peter didn't have the power to be able to heal on his own. What God would do is God would give him the power, and then through God's power, Peter was able to heal these people. And so lots of people were coming from everywhere, and they were bringing their sick, and they were hoping that they would be healed by Peter and the apostles. Well, there was this group of people who were very jealous, and they didn't want Peter and John and all the apostles to get the attention. And so, remember, they're being jealous, and so they arrested him. And this time, instead of just being arrested, they put them in jail. And but during the night, even though they were being guarded by all these guards and the jail was locked tightly, during the night, the angel of the Lord appeared and opened the doors of the jail and brought them out. And the angel said, go stand in the temple courts and tell the people the message of this new life. So even though they were arrested and put in jail, now they're going to go back and still continue to tell about this Jesus. And so at daybreak, they entered the temple courts as they had been told by the angel, and they began to teach the people once again. When the people who were jealous, they went and asked to get Peter and the apostles out of jail. So they went to go get him out of the jail, and there was no one there. And so they were confused. They said, how is there no one there? Where are these people? We had them locked in a jail, and there were guards. How were they able to get out of this jail? Well, all of a sudden, this messenger came up, and he said, hey, guess what? Those people that you had arrested and put in jail, they're right back out in the temple courts, and they are preaching about Jesus again. And so they took them, and they said, how are you doing this? And they said, only by the power of Jesus and God are we able to do this. And so I love that part of the story today, because Jesus and God were able to use their power to be able to get him out of jail, and now people are seeing that God is the only one who has power to open up jails, to heal people, and to bring people to Jesus. And so today is Thursday, and I know that I asked you guys to recite your verse to your parents. So if you recite your verse, please go ahead and send me a video of you reciting the verse, and I would love to see it. All right, I hope you have a great rest of the day.